Guys, time is literally running out, and I am going to show you when the biggest shift for Bitcoin is going to happen, because right now we literally have a timeline and you have only about 30 days left until one of the biggest events in Bitcoin history is going to happen. And what is this going to lead into when it comes to the Bitcoin prices? I'm also going to show you why you're going to have the perfect cocktail of different events all happening all at once here, guys. And all of this is going to lead into something insane for Bitcoin. So guys, we have a lot of things to talk about today, so make sure to stick around from the beginning until the end here on this video. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you're new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. So it's been a couple of days since my last trading video, and really I didn't want to repeat myself too much. And you know that I've been saying all along here that we are very soon going to breach through this orange box. Now, when we went up the first times, I said that we're gonna have pullbacks, we're not ready to break through it. And where I started to shift was right here. And this is also where I said that this drop down to 36,700 could have been one of the last opportunities you had to accumulate Bitcoin at these prices at $36,000, because I thought that we were due for a massive push towards higher prices and above this orange box, especially. And I want to show you this chart on the traditional markets, because we did have a massive support level for traditional markets. We went down several times, boom, here, we went down here, and right here. So 3 times we went down and hit this support level. But I said, if this is going to hold, then you are going to see a massive pump for Bitcoin and traditional markets. You saw it for traditional markets, you saw it for Bitcoin. And right now we find ourselves at a yearly high. So we've never been trading at this, these prices on the way up since the top of the bear market. So that is absolutely, the top of the bull market. So that is absolutely fantastic that we are now starting to kind of slowly, but also pretty fast actually, to be honest, come up and reach these higher prices. So what you can see on from a technical standpoint right now is that you had this massive pump yesterday. We tried to break through the orange box several times here, and boom, we got rejected here. We got rejected a second time right here, and then we had consolidation, and then finally we did break through it. And now look at this, guys. You have consolidation also after this massive pump. You have sideways consolidation on the 4-hourly time frame, and this is a bullish pattern. Consolidation after a massive move usually leads into another big push for Bitcoin, right? So you can see the same thing here. We did have a massive pump, you have consolidation, and it led into this green candle, right? So all of this is looking bullish, everything is looking fine. And the technicals are doing well. However, of course, the big thing is what's going to happen in about 30 days. And this is what I'm going to talk about, but let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Let's rewind a little bit and talk about the rest of the market. So on the daily time frame for Bitcoin, one important thing is that the Lux algo is still keeping the buy pressure intact here. So it's still, in this bullish momentum on the Lux algo, which has been one of the most reliable patterns previously. And also, not only do we still have this buy signal intact on the daily time frame, we have now made a whale consolidation, or like a whale buy area right here. So typically when we go into this area, whales do step in based on the data that this indicator is gathering. Usually the whales do step in inside of these boxes, they step in and buys the dip should we come down to this level. Now you can see this right here. You can see we go down, and from this point, we do have a pullback on this point. We see the whales, they start to step up, and we have a bounce after that. We come down once again. Here, the whales starts to buy again, absorb all of this selling pressure, and we have a big bounce from that as well. You can see here, same thing. We did have the whales starting to step in here, and once we come back down here on this pullback, actually from $38,000 down to $34,700, we wick into this box, and then we have a massive pump. And now we have the same thing here. This is right now at 37,500. So should we have a pullback to these levels, guys? Should we have a pullback? I am pretty sure that the whales are going to step in and absorb that selling pressure here as well. So That is fine. Everything is still looking good here for Bitcoin on the daily, on the 4-hourly. Now for the altcoins on the weekly time frame, the total 3, you can see that we're struggling with getting above this level. However, we've been hitting this support and hitting this resistance multiple times. And it's only also a matter of time until we're gonna break this on the total 3, the altcoin market cap. So you're gonna see some tremendous gains on your altcoins, guys. And also, if you want to farm airdrops, I want to remind you of the video I made 1 day ago where I talk about some of the projects you can farm, how to think about this, because guys, you can spend literally, single-digit dollars and farm thousands of dollars by using this method here. So make sure to watch this video, guys, if you haven't done it already, especially if you're starting out in crypto and don't already have a massive portfolio. Now, before we talk about the perfect storm that is happening right now and why time is running out and you need to not only get ready, you should have gotten ready several months ago, but you need to start acting right now. And before I talk about that, quick update on my trading strategies here and my ongoing trades. So what you can see for my ongoing trading strategies right now is that these two are still above 100%. In fact, this is starting to creep up towards 130, 112 right here. So the volatility has been very, very good for these trading strategies as well. This is at 113%. This is right about to cross 100% as well. So the trading strategies are doing fantastic still. So yeah, this is on OKX. On BitGet, the bots are also doing fantastically well, 62% in just over 25 days here. Fantastic, massive profits right here. And yes, we still have hit the limit here. There's no way you can get into these. Unfortunately, you can use them on OKX, but you cannot use them on BitGet because yes, it is full since a long while ago. But you can click on slot reminder So, by the way, guys, if you have subscribed and you're not using these, I would encourage you to unsubscribe so that you can give the spots to someone that actually wants to trade with these trading strategies. So don't just occupy this just because it's free or costs $1, because one of the things that some people have suggested is that I increase the prices of these to like $10 or $100 to get rid of the people that are not actively using this, but just subscribing. But of course, I do not want to do that. So slot reminder will notify you as soon as a slot is open, so then it's first come, first serve. So make sure to subscribe and activate this one right now. A big milestone is about to happen, guys. You can see that subscribers P&L here on BitGet, they have almost $35,000 that they have earned, almost as much as I've earned myself. So when we see a crossing, it's only a matter of time, guys, until my subscribers earn more money than me. And that is going to be a massive milestone, and congratulations to everyone that have been using these trading strategies. You can see some of the leaderboards here and what they have been making here recently. If you want to use these trading strategies, guys, on OKX, you're available to do it right now. There's no limit. You can go down to the description of this video, click on the OKX link right here, claim up to $60,000 first by clicking here and then click join now. If you're not able to use OKX, you can try Bybit. You do have the link right here, and then you can watch the trading tutorial at the top of the description right here in order to understand how to use it on Bybit. And then last option, of course, is BitGet. If you cannot use Bybit or OKX, click on this link right here, up to $8,400 on BitGet. Click on this link, it's gonna take you right here, and then click on slot reminder so you get notified as soon as new slots are opened here. When someone unsubscribes, you can take their place basically. Now, just like I said, time is running out, and it's been set up right now. The SEC is setting this up for an approval of the ETF between the 5th to the 10th of January. Now, we've been talking about this for quite a long while already. When Bitcoin was at $25,000, even $20,000, we've been talking about this massive trend shift with the ETF about to be approved. Now we find ourselves at close to $40,000. So if you bought at 20K when we first started talking about this, you would have already made 100%, but it's not too late because the massive effect is going to come when this is actually approved. So yes, you might have a dip on the actual day of the approval, but that is also just going to be a buy the dip opportunity, because the massive effect is going to come when the ETF is actually approved and the money starts to flood in. Now, the SEC is setting this up for all of them to be approved in the beginning of January, and you can see that most of these ETF providers have had meetings with the SEC to try to figure out what they need to do, and you know, the SEC has been telling them that you need to do this and that in order to approve all of them all at once here. So they are working on that. They cannot deny this, guys. I mean, if they would deny it, sure, I mean, you're gonna have a massive drop, an incredible drop in Bitcoin. But even if they do deny it, it's only a matter of time until they eventually approve it. So if you do see a denial of the ETF in the beginning of January, that's gonna be the massive opportunity you have to buy Bitcoin. But more likely than not, they're gonna approve it and the Bitcoin price is gonna fly up, and you are going to, if you don't own Bitcoin, if you don't own altcoins, you're gonna sit there on the sidelines wondering why you didn't buy. So at the very least, maybe get some exposure to Bitcoin if you don't already have that. This is the same thing I've been saying since we were at $16,000, $20,000 as well. Now, Andrew, who typically has very good information, actually accurate information, have said that the SEC meetings with spot Bitcoin ETF issuers have been very prominent, and that there's a 99% chance that they're going to get approved all at once. So Grayscale are also, by the way, doing all they can to be the first conversion based on court decision. So what you also have here is the Grayscale premium has been shrinking. So this used to be at minus 40%, minus 30%, minus 50% even. But right now it's going up. So you're getting close to parity, which is actually a good thing, because a lot of institutions have been buying up GBTC right now in anticipation for the ETF to be approved, of the conversion to be approved. And they have been incentivized to buy GBTC instead of real Bitcoin. Now with the premium going up here, so that it gets closer to parity, you're not gonna see that advantage anymore for Grayscale Bitcoin here. So instead, more entities are gonna buy actual Bitcoin, which is going to pump the price more. One guy that is buying increasingly amounts of Bitcoin is, of course, Michael Saylor, who has bought another 16,130 Bitcoin. So right now they hold 175,000 Bitcoin almost. And this guy is going to go down in history as probably one of the smartest guys ever. Like, he's been accumulating so much Bitcoin, and Bitcoin price has been going down to 25K, 20K, 16K. It's just been buying more and more and more and more. And if you look at the actual Bitcoin he holds with MicroStrategy, this is not even his own holdings. He has even more Bitcoin himself, but they have almost $7 billion worth of Bitcoin now. And that is almost 1% of the total supply. And some people are saying, well, it's dangerous that he has this much of a supply. I would say, let the guy buy Bitcoin, but just don't sell your Bitcoin to him. Don't sell your Bitcoin to him. Because this guy is gonna, if he has the chance to, he will scoop up every single Bitcoin there is, because he's such a Bitcoin bull. And instead of saying, well, he shouldn't be allowed to buy this much Bitcoin, just don't sell your Bitcoin to him. And then he will have to buy the Bitcoin at, $100,000, $200,000, $1 million. If no one is selling Bitcoin, that is what's going to happen. So you're already seeing more and more people hold their Bitcoin right now. You're seeing more and more people not wanting to sell their Bitcoin. So that is absolutely fantastic. And everything is lining up, because you can also see that the Fed Jerome Powell has said that the Fed does not need to be in a rush now. We are getting what we wanted to see. So we see that the inflation is going down. We see that the Fed are communicating that they like what they're seeing, which means that you are going to more or less, sooner rather than later, come back to printing money, which is going to send your assets flying again. It's going to be the entire thing which we have already seen throughout history, with money printing, with the balance sheet increasing, eventually just printing their way out of every problem, basically. So hold Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to go up with time. And one of these things also is that the reverse repo operation is falling by $110 billion per day. So the banks are drawing liquidity from this to support bonds, basically. And if you look at bonds themselves, you can also see that the yield is going down. And this, as you know, is one of the huge things I've been talking about. If you look at the 3 months in the United for US dollar bonds, government bonds, you can see that the yield is starting to flatten out here, starting to go down. If you look at the 2-year, we have had a drop of the yields. If you look at the 10-year, we've had probably an even bigger drop. So you can see that the yields are going down considerably right now. The yields are going down, which means that people are going to start to take their money out of these bonds and put them into stocks, put them into crypto, which is going to send all of the prices flying. And finally, I want to show you this, how everything is lining up. The Fed do want to see a soft landing. This is their entire goal. They want to see a soft landing in terms of this the situation we've had now with the inflation and stuff. Now, are they going to be able to do that? Well, it kind of looks likely that they could actually get that to work. I mean, so far it's been working pretty well still. And if you look at the soft landings previously, you can see here in 84, you can see here in 95, the stock markets have had massive rallies together with those soft landings. So could we see a soft landing right now? I do believe that we're going to see that. And then, the markets are going to behave just like we want them to do here, according to some fractals from history at least. So everything is lining up right now, guys. Looking good on the charts. It's looking good in terms of getting the ETFs approved. Everything is looking good. You're going to make so much money in this bull run, and you cannot even comprehend what I have cooking for you. I'm preparing some massive stuff. If you want to make this bull market the market for you, where you can make life-changing money, I'm just saying, subscribe, activate the bell. I have something huge I'm going